Before we dive in, I need you to know this. You can listen to this entire book for free on Audible right now. Yes, the full audiobook, free with the Audible trial. Link in the description. Now let's talk about the book. It's called Let Them Theory. And this is one of those books that feels like a deep exhale, like someone finally gave your nervous system permission to rest. Because if you've been exhausted lately, not physically, emotionally, this book is going to speak directly to you. Let me start with the promise. If you truly understand this concept, if you actually apply it, it changes how you love, how you work, how you deal with people, how you handle rejection, how you respond to stress. It makes you lighter and stronger. This isn't a book about not caring. It's a book about caring without suffering. Because some of the kindest people are also the most tired. And the truth is, they're not tired because life is hard. They're tired because they're carrying other people. They're carrying the relationship. They're carrying the connection. They're carrying the mood in the room. They're carrying the responsibility of keeping everyone happy. And that's a recipe for anxiety, overthinking, self-sabotage, and constant emotional burnout. Let Them Theory is a new way of living, a new way of protecting your peace without becoming cold, without becoming bitter, just becoming free. Here's the core message. It sounds simple, almost too simple. Let them. Let them misunderstand you. Let them judge you. Let them doubt you. Let them be inconsistent. Let them cancel. Let them leave. Let them show you who they are. Because the moment you stop trying to control people, you stop losing yourself. And that right there is the turning point. So many people don't realize this. They think their anxiety comes from the situation. But it doesn't. Most of the time, anxiety comes from one thing: trying to control what you cannot control, trying to control how people feel about you, trying to control whether they stay, trying to control whether they text back, trying to control whether they understand you, trying to control outcomes. And you can feel it in your body, that tightness in the chest, that mental spiral, that constant thinking. What did I say wrong? Did I do too much? Should I reach out? Should I explain again? What if they leave? Let Them Theory interrupts that pattern. It teaches you something powerful. You are allowed to stop managing other people. Because management is not love. Love is not convincing. Love is not proving. Love is not performing. Love is not chasing. And if you've been chasing anything that is meant for you, that's your sign right there. This book speaks to the people who love deeply, the ones who give chances, the ones who see potential, the ones who stay longer than they should, the ones who keep forgiving, the ones who keep hoping. And if that's you, I want you to hear this clearly. Your heart is not the problem. Your nervous system is just tired because you've been carrying people who weren't carrying you. This book helps you understand the difference between effort and attachment. Effort is healthy. Effort is showing up with love. Attachment is trying to control. Attachment is trying to secure outcomes with your energy. And that is exactly why you feel drained. Let Them Theory gives you a new decision. If someone doesn't show up for you, let them. If someone wants to treat you like an option, let them. If someone wants to go quiet when you communicate your needs, let them. If someone wants to create confusion, let them. Because clarity is love and confusion is disrespect. This book teaches you to stop romanticizing inconsistency. Stop excusing bad behavior. Stop interpreting breadcrumbs as commitment. And that's not harsh, that's healthy. Because the truth is, when you keep chasing people, you keep training them to run. You keep showing them that your boundaries are flexible, that your standards are negotiable, that you'll accept less if it means keeping them. And deep down, your mind knows it. Your body knows it. That's why you don't feel safe, even when they're around. So Let Them Theory becomes your anchor. Not because it pushes people away, but because it pulls you back to yourself. It reminds you, I don't need to be chosen by someone who won't choose me consistently. I don't need to prove my worth to someone who doesn't see it. I don't need to compete for love. Let them. And then comes the second part, the part that changes your life. Let me. Let me choose myself. Let me stop abandoning my own needs. Let me stop shrinking to fit a situation that doesn't fit me. Let me stop ignoring my intuition. Let me stop negotiating with red flags. Let me return to peace. Let me return to clarity. Let me return to myself. This is the transformation. You stop asking, why aren't they doing more? And you start asking, why am I accepting less? That's where confidence is built, not by doing more, but by tolerating less. You start to see patterns in a new way, not as puzzles to solve, but as information to respect. Because the truth is, people don't confuse you by accident. They confuse you when they want access without responsibility. And let them theory teaches you to stop offering access to people who cannot hold it. That shift is everything. Now let me share a mini story, because this is not just theory. This is real life. There was a time when someone's behavior had me completely consumed. I was checking my phone too often, overanalyzing tone, replaying conversations, writing messages and deleting them, trying to find the right words to keep the connection alive. And one night I caught myself thinking something that scared me. I was more focused on being chosen than on whether the person was actually good for me, and that's when it hit. I was trying to control the situation because I was afraid. Not because it was love. I didn't need to try harder. I needed to feel safer in myself. So I practiced this. Let them. If they want to pull away, let them. If they want to be inconsistent, let them. If they want to leave, let them. And I chose my side. Let me. Let me stop chasing. Let me stop begging for clarity. Let me stop making excuses. And something incredible happened. The anxiety got quieter. The mental noise reduced. I started sleeping better. I started feeling present again because my nervous system finally understood. We are not in danger. We are in alignment. That is what this book gives you. It gives you alignment. And the most beautiful part is, you still get to be soft. Let them theory doesn't turn you into stone. It turns you into peace. It helps you realize that you can love deeply without losing yourself, that you can be kind without being available to disrespect, that you can be feminine, warm, and open, and still have standards that do not bend. Because boundaries are not walls. Boundaries are doors, and you decide who enters. If you're someone who struggles with overthinking, this book is for you. If you're someone who struggles with people-pleasing, this book is for you. If you're someone who feels emotionally drained, this book is for you. If you're someone who always gives more than you receive, this book is for you. Because this book teaches you the most valuable skill of adulthood, emotional independence. Not in a lonely way, in a powerful way. The kind where you stop needing validation to feel safe. The kind where you stop needing attention to feel worthy. The kind where you stop needing closure to move forward. You just become grounded. And that changes everything. In relationships, in friendships, in business, in family dynamics. You stop fighting to be understood. You start living in truth. You stop reacting from emotion. You start choosing from self-respect. Now let's be clear. This doesn't mean you never communicate. It doesn't mean you don't care. It means you stop forcing. You stop chasing. You stop explaining yourself to someone committed to misunderstanding you. Because the right people don't need convincing. They need your presence. And the wrong people don't deserve your performance. Let them. That's the message. Let them reveal themselves. Let them show you what they're willing to do. Let them act how they choose. And then you choose. Not from fear, from clarity. You'll be shocked how much peace arrives the moment you stop trying to control outcomes. Because when you surrender control, you gain power, and your life becomes calmer, cleaner, more aligned. Now I want you to take action, not next week, not someday, today. Because the physical book costs money on Amazon, but you can listen to it completely free on Audible right now with the free trial, and I truly recommend you listen. Let it play while you drive, while you clean, while you walk. Let it enter your mind gently, because this is the kind of message that rewires you. So click the link in the description, listen free on Audible, and let this be your turning point. Let them, and let me. Start your free listen today, link in the description.